Hey guys, Ben here, and today I've got another video for you guys. This is going to be how I actually plan on learning a fighting game from scratch through Avatar, the fighting game. So, obviously, I really love Avatar as an IP. I think it's one of the best shows of all time, like in general. And I'm really excited to play it. The main reason I'm excited to play it is because of Avatar, but also I've never really played a fighting game. So I have a long gaming history of playing WoW, World of Warcraft, MMOs, RPGs. I recently played like Minecraft. I played Adventure Quest in high school. Never played RuneScape, but you get the gist. I played RPGs most of my gaming life. So that's what I'm used to, and fighting game is obviously extremely different to that. Um, you might think that like the 2D aspect would kind of pull me away from that, but I actually think it's really cool because I'm used to the 3D hovering over the character, role playing sort of perspective. So I'm actually excited to change that and see something else. But yeah, so how do I plan on actually learning a fighting game? So you might think I'm gonna like watch lots of videos and you know um, kind of be really hard on myself and just like practice every day, these sorts of things. Learning all the combos and things, and like that's all part of it. But I like to take the route of kind of slowing things down and like breaking things down into pieces. So when I played basketball, how I'd learn a new move is I would do it in slow motion, so like 25% speed. Some people do this with like videos on YouTube. They speed them up to learn or slow them down. So I do that literally in real life. So when I learn a new move, I would go as slow as I can until I get all my feet in the right places, to pull the move off. And then as I get consistent in this slow version of it, I speed it up, and eventually I'm going full speed doing this move, and it looks crazy. But it's because I was able to slow things down and break them down into parts. That's another part too. Is I'd break the move down. I'd do the spin move first, and then I'd work on the rest of the move. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be breaking it down. I'm not going to learn like 5 combos. I'm going to learn the bread and butter combo. They call it the BNB, which I've just learned. Um, Learn that for however many characters I'm learning, which start with probably just Toph Kyoshi, for example. So I learn the bread and butter move, and then kind of move on to the other basics. So you need one combo for sure. You need your bread and butter. Test for an opening, land the bread and butter, right? So that's the first thing. Learn the bread and butter of whichever character, and then I would go into like you're gonna need some sort of anti-air, or some air counter. So if they're diving on you from the air, basically, how are you gonna counter that or stop that damage from coming in? Start them starting a combo. So B&B, anti-air, block. Just kind of learn the basics of how blocking works because it's different in some games. Like I played Injustice 2 Mobile, which is, I mean, honestly, like I said in my last video, I see that as a mini game. I don't really see it as a full, but it's kind of because it's mobile. But in that game, you just press a button. It says block on the screen. You hold it down, and your character will block. And pretty much, like, there's no cooldown. You just hold it as long as you want. But there's like block breakers, and in this game, it's a little bit different. So there's a version of block breaker, which I think is like the command grab, but down. But yeah, so yeah, that is that. So learning the B&B, learning anti-air, learning how the blocking works, or flow, which is kind of a sort of block. It's like parry essentially, um, and pretty much just the overall movement. Those would be the 4 things I want to learn first. And I'm not going to rush to learn all 4 in one sitting or 1 week or anything. I learned the B&B and I'm still getting that consistency. It's a lot of, for me, like never really used much controllers except for when I was very young. Once I got a PC, obviously, I didn't use it anymore. So getting used to all those little like movements with the joystick and the buttons and all of that sort of thing, it does take a while to like never miss it. So if they don't block the opener on the B&B, you shouldn't ever fail it. Basically, like you should get it every time once you know all the buttons. We used to say keys for keyboard. Um, so yeah, that and that's pretty much it. So right now I'm learning the B&B. I'm trying to like make sure like master it, right? So like I don't even think about it. Like when I press that first ability that's the opener to the B&B, everything else just happens. I don't even think about it. But at the same time, I'm also trying to figure out like the first button of the B, like the first ability you use of the B&B combo, right? Is like a jab in boxing. So it's like they jab, they kind of see what happens. It's like a check, basically. It's like they throw something out and they see what happens. If the jab connects, they go into a combo. It's literally, where that comes from. So I'm trying to get used to that while also mastering just it becoming muscle memory, which can be kind of challenging, but that's why we just take our time, go slow. And that's another thing is don't run off to learn the next thing. So like once you learn one combo, you're like, oh, now I want to add another combo to it and make it like a longer combo. It's like just stick to that. You need to get the basics down first. So this is more to myself, but this is what I'm gonna do. And I don't know, like maybe it'll help for you. I've never written a guide before, so I'm just kind of like learning myself and then sharing it. It's not necessarily a guide. It's like this is what I'm doing. Maybe you can follow along. I learn in a very weird way, so it might not work for many people, but if it does, that's really cool, right? I just felt like it'd be a cool little journey to share. Someone learning a game, like a game genre from basics, and basically teaching myself. So that is that. And then the other thing was expectations. Like you don't want to go in and just this is what I had to learn recently was like I wanted to just enjoy the game, right? So I played the beta last weekend and it was like I'd play for a little bit and then get off because it's like you can only really play training if you're like me and you don't even know what you're doing yet. You can't really go online because you're just going to get smashed and you won't even learn anything because you don't know what you're pressing. So all I did was sit in the training, the free training, and just I was just jamming that combo. I was trying to figure out like anti-air and the movement and stuff. I wasn't going. I had to remind myself not to go. What's the next thing? I need to be this good. I need to be doing this by the time the game releases. Like, no, it's a game, video game. Enjoy it, have fun, right? Don't forget that. I want that to come back. That's why I respect people like Shobek so much. He's trying to bring that back to gaming. It's like this isn't a job, you know. You work the job so you can come home and play the game. So don't work the job, come home and work another job. You know what I mean? A lot of games can do that, and this feels like they've made it to be a fun game. Like they've made it accessible for everyone that they can to make it as fun as possible. So don't forget that it's a game. We want to have fun, and it's also Avatar. Like, what's more like? I guess I'm a fan, so I'm gonna say that. But what's more enjoyable than like that IP on a game? Wicked. So that's definitely an important one. And as far as like picking which character, I just picked my favorite character or like favorite element. So I picked my favorite element from the show, and then I mean there was only like one Earthbender, because like the only other character that can do earthbending in the game on the beta that I played was Korra, and I just don't like the character, so it's hard for me to enjoy playing it. Like I don't like the character in that show. The show is a whole different thing. We'll get into that in another video, but I don't like the character too much in the show. Like that doesn't speak to me, right? Like it's not like I see anything wrong with the character. We'll get into that, but there's nothing about like her abilities and things like this yet anyway that really speak to me. Whereas with Toph, Earthbender, and she's strictly an Earthbender, right? So she speaks to me a lot more. I love the strength character, like I said in the last video, and that's what helps. Like if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't really get on as half as much to play it. So, and like I said just before, it's a game, enjoy it, have fun. So just pick the character you like. Doesn't matter if you're gonna see like tier lists coming out, the meta's gonna develop, right, and there's gonna be like people at the bottom, characters at the bottom, characters at the top, and it's like just ignore that. You can have fun with whatever character you have fun with, right? So that's another one, because you won't be. The thing is, with people, right, we learn things better when we are having fun, when we enjoy things. We also remember things and learn things better when we have fun, right? It's like when you see people that enjoy their job, they're really good at their job, like unbelievably good. People that are like the top tier. Kobe Bryant, he loved basketball. and he was obsessed with basketball, and all he wanted to do was be good and play basketball, and he was that good because he enjoyed it. Just like a lot of people in the higher tiers of their line of career. So definitely pick a character you like. But another thing with that, pick the character you like first until you figure out your playstyle. So different characters are going to have different playstyles. For me, coming from an RPG, like damage dealer, healer, and tank are kind of like the roles. I don't know anything about a fighting game. I don't expect that will be something that you can really use here. But basically what I'm saying is like different characters have different fighting styles or different techniques or different abilities or different like ways to approach a fight or a game, right? So some are like long range, some want to be close up, some want to be medium, mid range. So you got to figure out what your play style is, and you do want to pick a character with that play style. But usually the characters that you enjoy will have that play style anyway, so you don't always have to worry about that. But that is a part of it as well, to like actually winning games, because when you win you have fun, right? So yeah, and you just, like I said earlier, breaking into pieces, learning those basics, B&B, anti-air, movement, all those sorts of things, blocking. You want to learn those basics first and not go straight in, even though the combos are like fun and that's like the big thing, right? Combos, learning combos, making up combos. Just get those basics down first. Get that muscle memory. It needs to become automatic. The second you see someone diving down the air or jumping up in the air, your finger should be on the key that is the counter, you know? And then another big one that I will be doing is definitely recording all of my games and watching them back. I mean, I'll be streaming and making videos, so that will happen anyway. But watching back, games that I lose, games that I win, and trying to pinpoint and figure out what I'm looking for. I could even recommend using like AI, like ChatGPT, to help you figure out what you should be looking for. But there's probably also going to be, there will be hundreds and hundreds of videos coming out after near release that people will, be listing these sorts of things of this is what you should look for, this and that. I don't like to get too carried away down the rabbit hole of like video game guides and coaching and stuff. Like you can do all this yourself, and you should. Like the time you spend watching the video, you could be in the game, applying things. So take that with a grain of salt. Like maybe watch a couple videos here and lots of hours training here, but you want to find that balance. But yeah, finding your mistakes is definitely a big one, but you need to know what a mistake is, right? That's what I had trouble with in like Marvel Rivals and Overwatch with coaching, is like I don't know what my mistakes are. They're like, watch your videos back, watch your games back. I'm like, okay, I'm watching it. I don't see, because it's like I don't know better, right? Because I'm not as good of a player yet, so I don't know what to actually look for. So that's also another thing, is you need to learn what the mistakes are, which can be kind of hard. That's where you want to watch streams here and there, or stuff like that, to figure out, okay, he did this and that's when he lost, or he did this and he got a hard knockdown, or he did this and he was able to counter. So you got to try and figure out. And I think I'm getting the sense that in a fighting game, that's like a lot. Like there's mistakes everywhere because it's live, right? There's no turns. It's not a turn-based game. Like there's no like big sort of healing component. It's like you take the damage, you got the damage, So that's definitely a big one. But yeah, I hope I didn't rattle on too much, and this was easy enough to follow. I'm really excited for this channel. I also have a World of Warcraft channel that I plan on posting to as well, because I'm the type of gamer that I have a few games, just a few of core games, and I go between them. So my plan is I wanted to separate it so I'm not putting everything on one place. But if you do want to check that out, it's just Vynstalwow. I should be Vynstalwow. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, catch you next one.